another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline live in the BPTV studios. Chip Hayner's not going to make it tonight, so we'll have a little limited Bucko report. He's still out there and taking care of lawns. But Smokin' Jim Frazier's here, and I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. Thanks for watching us on Comcast 7, only in Bethel Park. We appreciate you. Thanks for the great feedback with people telling me they watch our show all the time. People bump into me, Smokin' Jim, and they go, "Who's that guy with you?" I go, "My brother from another mother that brings the race cart up." They go, "Yeah, him." They love Smokin' Jim Frazier in the neighborhood. Thanks for watching us on Verizon in Bethel Park and all the way from Nemacolin to Cranberry, Wexford, and all points in between on Verizon 32. We appreciate it. We dropped down a little on the Facebook, 6674, I think was the number. Still up there pretty good. Thanks for watching our show and liking our page. We do appreciate that. And it means a lot with all those likes and people all over the area knowing who we are. It means something, 7 years of doing it. We're also sponsored by Skeets Lewandowski of Skeets Service Station. Give them a call, 724-348-4715. You go past Mineral Beach Tracks Farm, you'll see a red, white, and blue station that works on anything and everything that runs on gas. Lawnmowers, weed whackers, cars, trucks, tractors, you name it. They even have a forge out back. They make knives and hooks for hanging clothes, all kinds of great things. Skeets sponsors are What's on Your Mind. And I'm going to start that show right now as soon as Smokin' Jim takes another bite.
You don't want to do promos first?
Yeah, I might as well. What the heck? Keep eating, buddy. Devin Shea gets an assist by Smokin' Jim Frazier. Olive Oil's Pizzeria sponsors our show with pizza and hoagie. Smokin' Jim's still chomping. You can hear him slightly in the background. We got a new volunteer, Zach, here. He's actually munching on a pizza. His mother come in, too, and escorted him in the building, so we appreciate that. And Devin's running the sound, the controls, and everything, and showing Zach what to do. So Zach's a good young kid here, going to Bethel Park, 13 years old, doing a heck of a job back there. Thanks for coming out. All right, then the Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix started on the 6th. It runs through July 15th. You got to go to Shenley Park the last 4 or 5 days. 100,000 people show up every day, Smokin' Jim, watching cars racing.
Wow.
Just great. We might have to stop out there. Dan wants us to stop. That's pvgp.org. They still could use volunteers. Call them up. Get a hold of them. PVGP, Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix. Check them out. Then we end each show with Stay Joey Strong. There's a picture of Joey before DIPG, after DIPG. Need a little shot here, Devin. Thank you very much. That's the Joey Fabus Childhood Cancer Foundation. They're a 501c3. All the money you donate goes to the brain research for trying to get the cure for that cancer. Another 501c3 is the Bethel Park Historical Society's Schoolhouse Arts and History Center. Can't miss it on South Park Road. There's a trolley, an old-time trolley in red. Drive right by. That's where it's located. 5,000 new windows. They rent the building out for activities, have different businesses there. They're a 501c3. Go to Bethel Park Historical Society. Check them out. Then in Bethel Park, we got the Bethel Park Community Foundation, bpcf.org. If you need money for your group or organization, there's a relief fund they started. Check that out. I'm going to be emceeing an event at IMS on August 12th from 4 to 7. Shady Muggs will be there. They're a local band, Bob Ridgway, a good friend of mine. There's people in charge there, a lady named Becky, another lady named Megan. I confirmed that I'll be the MC that day, so we'll have some fun. There'll be raffle tickets, there'll be prizes, there'll be all kind of activities there. That's the middle school IMS. right here on Bethel Church Road. It's convenient from my house. I can just about walk to it, Smoking Jim. Can't beat that. But they're looking to get money also from the bpcf.org to help out people that lost stuff in the great flood that hit here a couple weeks ago. And the couple ones that come afterwards, too, even did some damage. So check out that, Bethel Park Relief Fund. And last but not least, we'll get you this one. Where's Devin at? There we go. I Want You for BPTV. Tell them Uncle Al sent you. Al Levine, the talking machine of BPTV, Pittsburgh Sportsline, wants you to help like young Zach is doing here. He come on an open house, liked what he saw, running cameras and sound and checking the control board, all that good stuff. Call 412-831-3304. Tell Dave Cable you want to volunteer because you heard Al Levine, the talking machine, saying you should. I Want You for BPTV. All right, now we're going to go to What's on Your Mind because Smoking Jim took a little pause from eating. And I'll go Smoking Jim Frazier. What's on your mind?
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
coming at you.
You got to see Levine. Back to my high school quarterback option days.
Nice.
But, hey, I'm hoping before the end of the summer we hear Zach say, I'm taking my talents to Gateway Beach.
That's not happening.
We love to have him at Gateway. We need that talent in Gateway School District.
They live here in this district. They're very happy here, Smoking Jim.
We got homes and we got addresses in Monroeville for him.
I understand that.
He can homeschool.
That's okay. He can go to Bethel Park. No problem.
Well, we'll see.
Keep trying.
What's part of what's on my mind is I have for Chip. I never thought I'd live long enough to see the Pittsburgh Pirates with not one single all-star on their baseball team.
Let me put a disclaimer. Smoking Jim missed a lot of baseball during the 20 years of losing. That happened many times. This is not unusual, Smoking Jim. End of disclaimer. He's an NFL scout, Steeler scout, model scout. You name it, he's a scout.
Well,
carry on.
Although before the season, I tried to tell Chip about this team, but he didn't want to listen. And the Pirates offered me recently another 300 tickets.
You mean you got 300, and now another 300?
Well, I turned them down.
No way.
But they sweetened the pot by giving me 300 zoo tickets as well, so I had to take that. But
300 zoo tickets.
Yeah, I got the Pirate tickets and the zoo tickets.
Smoking Jim, you're talking thousands of dollars in tickets.
Giving them away free,
even if they're $20 a ticket.
I'm a Pied
that's $6,000.
That's good math. Yeah, that's good math.
I'm still good at that, buddy. Even though I just had a birthday.
$6,000 worth of free tickets, brother.
When's the game? What game? Make that one up now. Come on.
It's on a Sunday. They told me it was a Sunday. Because I told them I definitely couldn't do it during the week anymore.
Really?
So they got me on a Sunday afternoon, and maybe this Sunday. I don't know. I'll find out tomorrow when I go down there and
how do they even get a hold of you? I got to try to get
to the bottom
of this.
I have no idea, man. I got to text
How does this even happen?
How does it happen?
This is unbelievable.
They could be calling the wrong person, but until they figure it out, I'll take the freebies.
Well, we don't even know what your government name is.
That's true, and I got 300 zoo tickets too, brother. I can't wait, man.
Wow. Have you been to the zoo lately?
I haven't been to the zoo in a long time, but I always liked the zoo, so I'll go through there with a free ticket. But I think that I have a solution for the Pirates' problems.
Okay.
They don't have an all-star. I got an all-star for him, and he can fill the seats. And I've been studying baseball a long time. You know, I play Poli League. So,
guess what? It's only in the last 5 years, 6 years since we had the show, 7 years, that you even know about baseball.
So
you didn't even know about Honus Wagner, Pie Traynor. Unbelievable.
So
the Wayner brothers.
So my solution is,
can't wait.
I have an all-star that they can trade for. Now he's only an all-star in the Double-A, but that's good baseball.
I already know who it is.
Tim Tebow. Congratulations to Tim Tebow. I would trade the Mets right now for Tim Tebow. Bring him in. He'll fill the seats. You good Christian guy, good leader in the locker room. The whole bit. The Pittsburgh Pirates need a Tim Tebow, an all-star on their team. But what's on my mind is my top 10 greatest basketball players of all time. And I got 2 white guys on the list. Al Levine, the Talking Machine. They're on the minority in this list.
Wow.
But they're there.
Wow.
Top 10. 10E. Tim Duncan. Tim D. Hakeem Olajuwon.
Oh, did you say E and now B?
D.
D.
E and
okay.
D.
I misheard you. Go ahead.
10C. My phone is ringing.
I know. I thought it was
10C.
mine.
Bob Cousy. 10B. Allen Iverson. How about 10? Shaq. You can't say.
Somebody's trying to wish you happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks. You can't say Elgin Baylor without saying Dr. J, so that's your 9A and 9B.
9A and 9B now.
You can't say LeBron James without saying Kobe Bryant, so that's 8A and 8B. How about you can't say Stephon Curry without saying Larry Bird, 2 of the greatest outside three-point shooters of all time, so that's 7A and 7B. How about 6 all by itself? Oscar Robinson. Wow. And you could probably pick my top 5. Number 5, Al Levine, the Talking Machine is who? Magic Johnson. You got that right.
I didn't get to speak.
You can't say, well, you can say it, but 4B, you got to put Bill
4B.
You got to put Bill Russell in there. 11 championships.
How can you not?
4A, Kevin Durant. Wow. Kevin Durant is number 4. Number 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Number 2, Michael Jordan, and the greatest basketball player of all time, Wilt Chamberlain.
Did you mention Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan, number 2.
Oh, okay.
Wilt Chamberlain, number 1.
All right.
Kevin Durant, number 4. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, number 3. And LeBron James, number 8. They're all there. And that's what's on my mind.
Thanks, Smoking Jim Frazier. Very interesting.
Back to my piece.
Keep chewing there. What's on my mind? What? Let me think about that. I was thinking about the Pirates' schedule. They won another game the other day, so I thought of you. Would they be disappointed? They got about the same average right now that they had last year. They're like 11 games under 500, 11 and a half games under 500. It's about what I expected, so I'm not surprised. I still predicted 75 wins, even though they had that good April. People were poo-pooing that, but 75 still looks in the ballpark. Smoking Jim under 76, he'd be a winner.
A winner.
He was all about it. But yeah, the Buccos have their ups and downs. They have no real stars on the team. A lot of young players. You hear us saying that. I like watching the game. I don't care who owns the team. I just like to see some better performances or more consistency. So I'm hoping we'll get to see that for the next half of the season, because we're getting close to that halfway point. Smoking Jim Frazier, so that'd be 81 games, because there's 162. So we will see what happens. Keep watching the Buccos, and then the NBA. There's too much stuff happening on with teams. Where's Carmelo going to be? You watch all that NBA stuff, right? And what do you think about LeBron there? He's okay?
Yeah, with the Lakers, yeah.
Think he'll be fine?
He'll never break Jerry West's record for most final losses because he's not going to the finals anymore.
Really? Smoking Jim has said it. Now, you know Smoking Jim's a known gambler. And if you're not going to start betting, don't do it. But if you are going to bet, do the opposite. Bet your house on that. And we'll be back with some fiction and fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac.
So I wanted to talk about the ABA team, the Pittsburgh Explosion. And that was a team that I kind of invested in. You know, I had my money.
How much?
I had my money in several different backyards, and I had to do some digging, man, to get this in. But
I don't even want to know how much you invested.
But I tell you what, Al Levine, the talking machine, we had a good product on the board. 3-time ABA All-Star. He should be in the Basketball Hall of Fame, Freddie Lewis. And he was played with Indiana. And Indiana got some real rich owners, billionaire owners, so they kind of backed the team because they love Freddie. We brought in former high school basketball star and West Virginia basketball star Drew Shafino, whose sister Angel and her son Jalen is friend of the show. Armin the Hammer Gilliam was on the team. And we had the biggest signing of them all was Kevin Pittsnoggle, 6'11", 220 pounds, 250 pounds, from Martinsburg, West Virginia, which means he
could shoot the three.
Which means he couldn't spell cat if you spotted him to C and a T. But he was a hot shot at West Virginia. Probably would have been a first-round draft choice if he came out after his junior year. They went to the Elite Eight. He became a real superstar. Decided to come back for his senior year. The team and himself didn't do that well, so he didn't get drafted. So we were able to sign him. He was a 4-year starter at West Virginia. And I tell you what, Al Levine, the talking machine, this guy couldn't hit the side of a rim all season
For West Virginia, he was crushing those threes.
He was crushing, man. He was horrible for us. But we only played
Maybe he needed glasses.
We only played a couple of games that season. We lost a ton of money. And what happened was we had signed a contract to play our games at the Civic Arena. But we had to play them in the second year. The first year, we had no, place to play, no home court. I tried to tell them to play at the University of Gateway, but they didn't want to play at a high school facility, so they decided to go to Penn State McKeesport campus. And as you know, and I'll have a disclaimer out there.
What happened?
For what I'm going to say, but McKeesport's a dump. And when you go to Penn State McKeesport, it ain't like the Penn State in Happy Valley. It's one way in and one way out. And the gymnasium is kind of small. And at first, we got such a backing from the newspapers, TV. Everybody was there. Al Levine, the talking machine. It was standing room only.
How many did it seat?
I tell you what, it probably only seated about 3,000, and there was probably 6,000 in there. My estimation, man. It was so packed, Al Levine, the talking machine. And the score was something like 1,000,000 to 2,000,000. It was like 150 to 148 or something like that with 4 minutes to go. And in this league, you could actually have a 4-point shot.
Get on.
Yeah, when these lights came on at a certain time in the game, the 3-pointer became 4-pointers, the 2-pointers became 3-pointers. So it was really a fun league. So we had a basketball player who played in the NBA. Can't think of his name, but he was 67 years old. Always wanted to coach. He was the head coach of the team. So with about 3 minutes to go in the game, the ambulance left to beat the traffic because it's so hard to get out of there. And he calls a timeout. The coach calls a timeout. The team gathers around. And I'm doing the announcing.
Whoa.
I'm the announcer. Yeah, with inferior equipment that they had at Penn State McKee Sports.
Unbelievable.
But people could seem to be able to hear me. And
I can hear you.
But you could hear a pin drop after the timeout. The coach wrote the plays down, sent the team this way, and he fell back and dropped dead this way. Al Levine, the talking machine.
No way.
And the ambulance was already gone.
How could that even happen?
We had 14 brothers and one white guy, Kevin Pisnog, on the team, so wasn't nobody trying to give mouth-to-mouth or anything. Nobody had any idea
what about CPR?
To bring him. Yeah, no CPR training, no nothing. So he passed away, so we didn't have any more home games that season. Played a couple of away games before we decided to disband the team for the rest of the year and pick back up the next year. I lost a ton of money, and so did a lot of other people. But I think we had had a great product if we could have had the right facilities that year. We had to give money back to sponsors.
Give backs.
A lot of give backs and stuff like that. I think they're still looking for me. Not everybody got the payback, brother. Hey, if I got to suffer, you got to suffer a little bit too. We's all in this together, right?
No, they put the money in. You got to give it back.
I tell you what, at the time,
come on, man.
There was a car dealership. Although they got their car back, it was called Sterling Sharp. It was called Pro. I forget what it was called, Pro Cars or something. It was a dealership. They had built a thing in McKee Sport. Originated in South Carolina, and they gave me a car to drive around.
That was a mistake.
Man, brand new car, man. I had it about 48 hours, man. I was going to have it all season long for their promotion, man. It was nice. The brother was leading in the caddy, man. I had to give it back, brother. I talked him into that was my negotiation. Wow. My job was to get a sponsorship from them.
And you got it.
I said, you know what?
Get me a car.
Instead of writing me a check, why don't you give me this here to ride around, man? And that's the promotion.
Wow.
They said, hey, that's a good idea. They had a couple cars that they had out for a couple of the Steelers already.
Wow.
So I said, you know, you don't have to give me this $100,000 one, this $60,000 SUV, this Escalade, dude. The brother, I must have had 5,000 miles on it in 48 hours. I went everywhere. I barely made it back in time for the game. I was seeing all the relatives down south. Brother, I was everywhere, man. But I had to give that back.
What a story.
I said, don't die on me now. Give me another. I need 2 more weeks. So all my friends thought it got repoed, you know.
It was almost the same thing.
Yeah. But anyhow, that's it. The Pittsburgh ABA, Pittsburgh Explosion was a pretty good team.
So it exploded on you.
So it exploded. So that's what's the fiction and fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac. You heard it.
I don't even know what to say. Thank you.
I should take some CPR classes.
Yes, you should. See Sindel. Thank you, Smoking Jim Frazier.
You're welcome, sir.
On location. Guess what? We were at Olive Oil's Pizzeria last night. We had one of the greatest Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Fame shows ever. Just a packed house. I'll bring Smokin' Jim on this a little bit. But as you know, we're there the second Monday of each month. We'll be back there August 13th. So check us out. August 13th, 9:30 Brookline Boulevard. We'll be filming from 7:30 to 8:30. They got $5 one topping, large pizzas, $5 large hoagies. People were buying pizzas and hoagies last night. It was great to see. Can't believe it. Manager Joe said they sold a ton of them, so that's always good. But the show was just great. Smokin' Jim inducted, it was supposed to be 7. I think there were 6. Can you tell us the 6 people or?
Yeah, I think I remember them. I tell you what,
I know your CTE kicks in, so I'm a little nervous. But it was a great show. Thanks to Skip Atkins for coming out. Mario Tempest was there. His friend Christine was there. And he brought a bunch of guests and inducted them into our Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Fame. Now, I have no vote on this. Smoking Jim has the final vote on who gets in. And one of our fans, Tom Liturgy, said, did Smoking Jim just put all women in? Not this time.
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. But I tell you what, this particular class, unbeknownst to me, because the Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Fame is for MVPs, and the MVP stands for Most Valuable People. And these folks really lived up to it. Al Levine, the talking machine. You look at the one girl, Erin.
Your best friend.
My best friend. We've been trying to induct her for a couple of years here. She had health problems. I didn't know her A blood cells are low. Or
has a mass on her brain.
Yeah, I mean, I had no idea. And
well, that text-only phone doesn't get all these messages.
Yeah, and I thought she kind of just dropped off the face of the earth. Where here she's really been going through some physical problems, but she didn't let it, derail her. How about Jennifer?
Yeah.
What's her last name?
Mendocino.
She's from Virginia by way of Georgia.
Yeah.
And she owns her own clothing store here on Brookline Boulevard.
616.
616. Okay, I told somebody it was on the 1600 block. I was wrong, huh?
Yeah, way off.
616. But anyway.
That's not unusual.
But she had a number in operation. She's going through a lot of health problems, but nobody would know it. These are courageous women. How about Elisa Dobbs?
Yeah.
Doubts. Been struggling through brain
An
injury.
arcade machine fell on her head 9 years ago.
And I'm getting ready to connect her with the state of Pennsylvania boxing commissioner, Rick Staggerwald, because he does things with
brains.
And she's been on Capitol Hill, gets shots in her head all the time. But she's still a supermodel, and she's battling through it, working a job. And
sure.
And how about Vince? What's Vince's last name?
Ornato.
He has to get in. I mean, this is a guy that, how many thousands of...
over 90,000 caricatures, 1,500 industrial paintings.
And
he's an artist.
And he knows a lot about sports.
He knows sports.
He knows his sports, man. And, he comments a lot of times on my posts. I can't get you to comment on
No, I gave that up. I gave that up for Lent.
You gave it up for Lent. I mean, I need your opinion on it, man. I need your phone to beep all day by the comments.
Guess
man.
what? After you get 200, I let it go. I leave it alone. I let him write 2 paragraphs to you. That's all.
But we inducted Rachel.
Yeah.
Or Billy Nardone. Billy Nardone? Rachel.
Billy Nardozzi, a.k.a.
Rachel. That's it. And he had to go.
The poet.
He's the poet. A friend of the show's been to our show many times.
Wait.
Oh, you got something to read there.
Yeah. If I can read it, this is from Billy Nardozzi. Thank you, Alan and Jim, for the wonderful and prestigious award. And I don't know, I attended your Sportsline show because, I don't know, I can't read his writing.
Yeah,
yeah, but he wrote us a little poem there.
And it was good because he read it.
He did. He did good.
Yeah, his glasses matched his outfit.
Yeah.
And
very interesting. He writes poems all over the place. Started in 1978, writing poems.
And last but not least, we inducted a token black. Gotta get one.
I was wondering when the race card would come out.
We got to get one. I tell you what, Anytime we bring the brothers, anytime we put the brothers in the Hall of Fame, they do the same thing. They get their plaque and run, man. I hope they paid their bill.
He brought our whole crew. They ate. They paid for food. They went crazy.
Man, right in the middle of the show, brother. I'm glad.
How'd it go?
I'm glad the camera wasn't in front of the door. We had some broken equipment, but we appreciate it, man. I know the brothers, they don't like to stay.
Coach Rock's a legend.
Yeah, once they get their award, they figure the show was over. But we should have had some music. The brothers like a little music,
really?
Man. But
well, we could have done that.
How about
maybe next year.
Coach Henry Rock Robinson, I tell you what, man, this is a guy, man, that
14-1.
14-1 is a professional, outstanding amateur career. Now, I didn't know if he fought out of Pittsburgh, Philly, or New York. I couldn't get that really out of his story. But we know that his
tore his rotator cuff.
In a really a grudge match, man. But he went on to spend his life in boxing. If there's any gym, any place in America that needs a gym, is Braddock. Them kids need something.
They have a gym
down there. Yeah, so they got a gym in Braddock, and I like to see people invest a little bit more. I know. I did a boxing show out of there and paid somebody to watch my car.
Too bad it wasn't that Escalade.
It cost more for me to pay them to watch my car than what I got paid that night. But I was able to drive home.
Yeah, that helps. Anytime you can drive home after a media.
But I've never seen anybody wear more hats than Coach Rock. He wears a referee hat.
Yeah.
He wears the judge's hat. He wears a trainer's hat. And I think he said he has about 9 professional fighters out there. Now, you won't see any of them on ESPN or HBO or Showtime.
Right.
But if you walked in a bar or a saloon,
they'd be there.
You may see some of his fighters. And he
had
had a nickname, some kind of Philly Savage or something. What was his nickname?
I forget.
Yeah. And last but not least we had the MC, former Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Famer, Dan Bogan, who MC'd everything.
You noticed he had dreadlocks.
He had dreadlocks.
For 27 years.
Yeah, he got a little brother in him, man.
For 27 years
Was
he's
he
had
born
dreadlocks.
on the hill, too?
No.
But he dressed the part.
Yeah.
You know, he had a nice suit on. And who'd he bring with him? He brought Robert
Joseph
with him, who's retired police officer, state trooper. And also he's still into promoting different sports
and music and wrestling.
Wrestling. I think we're going.
You're going there. I can't make it that day.
You can't make it that day. I'll be there.
I know you will. The 28th.
Yeah, it's a little closer to my house.
That's good. You could have picked me up.
Yeah. But I'll be going out there, and hey, are we going Saturday? We got some place to go Saturday.
We're hoping to go there.
We're hoping.
Haven't heard anything. Got nothing back.
Commissioner's expecting us.
I know. I didn't get anything back yet, so I'll give a message tomorrow.
That was it.
But that was our on location.
Maybe the greatest Pittsburgh Sportsline class of all time.
That was a great show.
22 great people were in so far.
Is that what's in? Vince said he was number 21.
Yeah, he was number 20. Rock was number 22.
Oh, nice. I didn't realize we had that many. Smoking Jim's the man. He got that final vote, put it all together, gave out awards. Come there 5 minutes before the show started. Said, "You ready, talking machine?" I said, "I've been ready since 6:30, man. Let's do this." We'll be back August 13th. Check it out. Come out and see our show. Love to have you there. We're getting some guests lined up, so we'll have some fun that night, I guarantee it. And we'll be back with some Bucko talk on the back end. Welcome back. Chief, I hope you ate your dessert and enjoyed the show. Sorry, no Chip for Bucko Talk. I'll try to do my best. I've described how it's a little disappointing with the baseball this year. I don't know how Hurdle coaches where some of the players just aren't performing up to how they need to be. It's a little tough this year, and got our one all-star, Vasquez, changed his name to Vasquez, the relief pitcher. Did you know that?
No.
He's our all-star.
No.
Yeah, he made the all-star team, so we got one all-star. But that's what happens. It's a long 162 games. Smoking Jim got 300 more tickets, so contact Smoking Jim Frazier. Oh, I forget his number. Text him. Get a hold of him on Facebook, something. Message him. I want buyer tickets. He got 300 of them. Then he'll even take you to the zoo. He'll rent a van and take you out to the zoo. But no, Bucko Talk, they'll be playing again tonight, so we'll see what happens with the Bucks. Hopefully they can get on a winning streak, win some games before the All-Star game. All-Star game is on Smoking Jim's birthday next Tuesday night, the 17th.
Wow.
So that's the All-Star game.
I'll be here.
It's one of the few All-Star games that I watch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean anything anymore. Before, whoever won, that would determine who got home field advantage. Well, the commissioners threw that out. So now it doesn't count for anything.
I know the American League is mad with Vasquez there. I know they figured they was going to light him up.
Oh, why would they figure that? He's striking. He throws 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, he has as many losses as saves.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what you're looking at, Smoking Jim.
You like him?
He's doing well. Yeah.
He made it because he only made it because the Pirates had to send somebody. They put a few names in a hat and shook it up.
No, he's actually pitched to do it. He has a heck of a fastball, curveball.
What is he, a part-time player?
He's a relief pitcher.
Part-time.
Relief pitcher. Do you understand the game?
Yeah, part-time.
What are relief pitchers anyhow?
Part-time. Yeah, they shouldn't be an all-star game, yeah.
Well, we had Melanson. You liked him when he was pitching here. Remember him?
No.
You forget. Okay. He was setting records, winning 50-some, saving 50-some games.
I don't remember part-time players.
Smoking Jim, you're hardcore. Unbelievable talking baseball with Smoking Jim. And then you want to believe him on how many wins they're going to get this year? What's your number?
Anything 76 or under, I win.
All right.
I cash in. Can I start counting my money?
No, not yet. No, you can count your money.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you'll make some money here. Yeah, they're not going to hit 81.
Well, I'm getting a little mad at the little midget they got on the team.
Who's this midget?
Josh Harrison. I'm mad at him. You know, I believe that people ought to be grateful. Wasn't for the Pittsburgh Pirates, he wouldn't be in the league.
Really?
Here's a guy that the Pirates gave an opportunity to. Now, he performed when he came up, but he had no reason to believe he could even play in the major leagues.
He just had a broken arm.
I'm saying when
he got hurt, he had a broken arm.
Yeah.
Like last year, he ended the year with a broken arm. They hit him with the baseball.
Yeah, now he's arrogant. Here's the Pittsburgh Pirates gave him an opportunity. He should be playing for the Pittsburgh Pirates for life. He should not want to go with any other team. And now all he's talking about is insinuating he want to go to a winner, play for a winner. The Pittsburgh Pirates made him a very wealthy man. He made $10 million a year.
Something like that.
On a team that did not need him. Never should have brought him up from the minor leagues. He got an opportunity, and he performed once he got up there. The fans loved him here.
They still do.
You know, and I don't. Although I'm not a fan.
I know. You don't really
watch
watch
But I want
baseball.
him out. I would send him on the first thing smoking tomorrow. I'm so disappointed in him. He's making commercials. He's the face of the franchise. And he's showing me no leadership, no character, no nothing. This is a team that made him wealthy. They could have kept him. They could have kept him for life in the minor leagues, making $10 a game. But now he's making $10 million a year, and he's talking about he want to go to a winner.
He may get his wish.
Yeah, the guys you talk about back in the day, who I never heard of, like Pie Trainer and all those guys. They played on losing teams, man. They played their heart out. They were here. They didn't want to go anywhere else. They were Pittsburgh Pirates.
Well,
he's not a Pittsburgh Pirate.
Back then, before Curt Flood opened up the floodgates, you had to stay with whatever team picked you forever. They owned you. They owned you. You couldn't go anywhere.
They could get rid of you, though.
They just kept you. They'd let you die on the vine. If you didn't, they mistreated you. They took advantage of that.
Yeah.
They kept them. They held down wages and everything else. So now it's the opposite.
Curt Flood was a black man.
I think so.
I heard of him.
You got to study a little history.
They took black history out of the school.
Only in February. You can study in February, my friend. Don't you worry there. That's a little bit of our Bucko talk. Who knows? Maybe we can get some Steeler talk out of the Steeler Scout. Anything with the Steelers here?
Man, I tell you what, it's heating up. You know, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to go almost all the way again. I mean,
really,
it just seems like.
Well, it'll be Le'Veon's last year or so.
Yeah, I don't.
Because they're not signing a long-term deal with him.
I don't see it. He'll be 27 years old by next season. That's old in terms of running backs. It's really a shame that the position got devalued.
Well, he pumped it up. He'll be getting $14.5 million.
Yeah, but
nobody gets even close to that.
Yeah, next highest guy gets like $8 million.
Yeah, so look what he did for himself.
What, he beat up his girlfriend?
No.
The next highest guy?
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
She doesn't play.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I've been hearing some news out of Buffalo today, but
that's about shady.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's true.
The pictures look pretty true, yeah.
Somebody said he's on PEDs, beat up his girlfriend, his son, his dog, and everything else.
Girl looks good, though. She looked good before the beating.
Well, who even knows what happened?
Yeah.
He denied it all.
Did he?
Yeah, didn't you hear that news?
No, I just seen the beating.
No, well, he denied it all on Instagram. You know Instagram.
Yeah, it's hard to get more money when you do something like that.
Who said he did it?
Hope not, because he'll lose money for that.
If he did, he's guilty. I don't know if he did it or not. We'll find out.
But I know you stand strong against domestic violence.
Sure, if it's true, he should be gone.
Yeah, well.
If it's true.
Gone?
Yeah.
For how many games?
Forever.
Okay.
Like out of the league. Okay. So what if you're one of the best running backs? You're done. What are you, hitting a woman, beating a dog, beating a kid? If it's true. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you should be able to spank your kid.
Smoking Jim, I don't even know what you're going into here, but you just said how bad it was, so we'll let the court of public opinion decide here.
But, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they'll never win a Super Bowl because of the curse of Santonio Holmes put on the organization when they backstabbed him.
I never knew he had that curse.
So that curse is on. It's been on since 2010.
Really?
And now it's almost
How did he come up with the curse? What did he say?
Well, they got rid of him and they backstabbed him. And
yeah, but he was shaking and baking or something. Well, waking and baking.
Yeah, but he got some family in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And they put the little bones and stuff together. You know, they do the little voodoo.
I don't think that even happened.
He
hasn't even talked to them.
They put the little voodoo on the Steelers. But, I mean, I think Martavis Bryant was a mistake letting him go. He was a valuable piece of the puzzle.
People heard you a couple years ago, and they said you were terrible for saying they should trade him.
Yeah, they should have.
And now they're like saying you're the best because you were right. They did trade him.
Yeah, but I said
people were saying you're the best.
I said 2 years ago they should have done it, but he proved himself to be clean. He earned the right to play out for a little bit of money this year. It was going to be his last year anyhow.
Yeah.
Guy got 4.240 speed. He can take the top end of the coverage off.
Yeah, but what did it really get him? What did he catch?
Yeah, but it opened up for everybody else.
Now look at what he stirred up. He caused more trouble stirring
brothers
up stuff.
Talk trash. You play basketball with brothers on the hoop court. They're talking trash all the time.
No.
They can't do nothing without talking trash to each other, man.
No.
Man, you got Juju. Juju ain't focused.
How'd he lose it?
Oh, Juju's always. When's the last time you heard of Juju being a workout warrior? He's everywhere.
He doesn't need to be.
He's in the Polynesian Hall of Fame in Hawaii. He's at the NFL draft in Dallas. You know, Juju's everywhere, helping kids read somewhere. Juju, anything to
What's
get his,
wrong with that?
Yeah, Jesse. Yeah, he's out in front. Put the kids out in front. Juju's just everywhere, man.
Well, that's because he can drive.
Yeah, he can drive now, but now we got James.
Juju's a lost cause too?
If anybody is playing fantasy football, I'll give you a tip right here.
Listen closely.
I tell you what, I got this guy already as one of the top 10 greatest Steeler wide receiver of all time. He hadn't even caught a pass yet. His name is James Washington. I give him 4 or 5 games to move past Juju for the number 2 receiver on the team behind Antonio Brown. He's going to be a fan favorite. This is a guy that's from West Texas. I'm a traveling man. Anybody that travels through West Texas, that's a tough town.
Really?
I mean, they wake up in the morning and the first thing they do is, man, they hog tie them hogs and they cattle. What's the ropers where they throw the rope and they do all that cattle. That's a cattle, man. And he was agriculture major.
Say that again.
At Oklahoma State, which means he learned how to grow corn, a 4-year degree in growing corn and greens. But he's a country boy. He's tough. He's no nonsense. He's going to go out there and work his tail off. He's going to block. He's very physical. And he's a Steeler wide receiver. I think Juju is I wouldn't be able to play with a guy. I would have traded Juju before I traded Martavis Bryant.
You heard it first here. How did he get down on Juju? He was so high on Juju.
Well, Juju's a talent. Don't get me wrong, but you can't win championships with a team full of Jujus. I'd have sent Juju back to California where he can put his YouTube act out there where they'll appreciate it. He's from California. You got the Los Angeles Raiders playing in L.A. now, or Las Vegas, wherever they play.
Well, they'll be going to Vegas next year.
Send him back out there. They can put up with it there. Here, we're blue collar. We're about winning here and working hard. Juju's about.
Well, we went 13-3.
Huh?
We going to do better than that?
We ain't gonna do that this year.
No,
heck no. That's one and that was the luck. You can't get an easier schedule than what we had.
Come on, man.
Every starting quarterback was hurt. You played the teams that didn't know how to win. We'll win 6 games in our division.
6.
We'll beat Cincy twice, Cleveland twice, and Baltimore twice.
6.
Jacksonville will come in and knock our heads off again.
Okay.
New England will beat us.
Okay.
You know, I mean, we'll Steelers go 11-5. 10-6, but they ain't gonna see another 13.
No,
they ain't gonna see another 13.
Wow.
Even with the great Ben Roethlisberger, and I get sick and tired of people devalue it. And Ben, in my opinion, Ben's the best quarterback in the National Football League. You seen that top 10?
Yeah.
Ben sits atop of that.
There were 15 on there. I understand.
He sits atop of that.
There were 15 sure ones.
Of course, Lamar Jackson was on there too. I took a little heat from that, but
with good reason.
Yeah, he was number 9.
With good reason.
Well, if Flacco's top 15, he's going to beat him out. I got to put him somewhere in the top 10. When you say.
He got to do it though.
Huh?
Is he going to do it?
He's doing it now. He won the Heisman. When more he got to do it.
He didn't play in the NFL. A lot of these guys are busts when they get to the NFL.
He's going to treat the NFL team like the players got Mattel on their back, man. He's going to treat them like a toy, brother. You can't stop. He's a young Michael Vick. He's a right-handed Michael Vick. You watch some Michael Vick films when he was a rookie. You couldn't stop him.
That's right.
Yeah.
We had a nice tie game against
Run,
Michael
brother,
Vick.
run.
We had a nice tie game here with Michael Vick
35-35, yeah.
Yeah, it was exciting.
There was only 2 games. Now, I've been going to Pittsburgh Steeler games since I was 4 years old.
4, okay.
4 years old. Only 2 times I seen them cheer the opposing player. The first time was when they booed him at the beginning of the game. They booed Deion Sanders when he played for the Dallas Cowboys. The Steeler fans was cheering him in the second half. Didn't make no interceptions or bring back no touchdowns.
Or even tackle anybody.
His athleticism was just so, I mean, you throw the ball, you think it's over his head, all of a sudden Deion jump out of nowhere, bat it down.
But how come he didn't have to tackle anybody?
Huh? Why
didn't he have to tackle anybody?
Because he was just so great. He took half the field away.
Yeah.
Now, if you bettors happen to get loose that way, Dion would tell somebody else, go get him. Dion might even walk to the sideline and get ready for the kickoff return. But
I didn't notice him ever hitting anybody.
But the second guy that they cheered was Michael Vick. What he did in the second half, we couldn't stop him. Steelers were falling all over the place. You remember a touchdown, or is it turnover, Tommy? Is it turnover, Tommy Maddox? Or was it touchdown, Tommy Maddox? I forget at that time. Maybe it was touchdown.
It was touchdown.
We had a big lead. It
didn't matter who got it.
Had a big lead. Michael Vick brought them back. It was unbelievable. I'll tell you another quarterback Steelers had a hard time with, and may he rest in peace, was Steve Aaron McNair when he played for Tennessee. Bill Cowher gets a lot of heat. As you know, I think that Bill Cowher is the second greatest coach in NFL in Pittsburgh Steelers history behind Chuck Noll. Then Coach Tomlin can go down from there, maybe third. If Coach Tomlin had to play in the same division that Bill Cowher had to play, Bill Cowher had to play Tennessee. Tennessee was loaded. Cincinnati was good. Yeah. Baltimore Ravens was loaded. These are the teams he had to play against, man. Cleveland Browns was good.
He could have won more.
Who else was in that division? Was somebody else that was tough? Jacksonville was loaded.
He could have won more.
Man,
games.
If he could play against this Cleveland team, this expansion team that's in Cleveland for the last 18 years of expansion, and the Cincinnati
their coach
team
is 1-31. They gave him an extension.
1-31.
Yeah, so
Bill Cowher be in the Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Fame anyway.
He's not going to make
Baltimore hadn't been any good in a Mike Tomlin era.
So he's fortunate.
He's fortunate. He got 6 games. They had to play some killers. Tennessee, Jacksonville.
Smoking Jim, you're on a roll, but we're almost out of time.
Oh, wow.
We only got 20 seconds left. Sorry about that. Smoking Jim gets on a tangent. See, he knows the NFL. Look at how he was talking. He's an expert. That's my brother from another mother, Smoking Jim Frazier. I want everybody to stay Joey strong, and thanks for watching our show.